Okay, so now we're going to start the book of Judges. Judges chapter 1. Now after the death of Joshua, it came to pass that the children of Israel asked Kjv, saying, "Who shall go up for us against the Canaanites first to fight against them?" Verse 2. And Kjv said, "Judah shall go up. Behold, I have delivered the land into his hand." Verse 3. And Judah said unto Simeon his brother, "Come up with me into my lot, that we may fight against the Canaanites. And I likewise will go with thee into thy lot." So Simeon went with him. Now Judah and Simeon were indeed brothers, not just because they had the same father, but they also had the same mother. And that can be found in Genesis chapter 29, starting at verse 31 through 35. Okay. Verse 4. And Judah went up, and Kjv delivered the Canaanites and the Perizzites into their hands, and they slew of them in Bezek 10,000 men. And they found Adonai-Bezek, verse 5, in Bezek, and they fought against him, and they slew the Canaanites and the Perizzites. Verse 6, but Adonai-Bezek fled, and they pursued after him and caught him and cut off his thumb and his great toe. You talking about it? All right. You talking about it? Okay. Verse 7. And Adonai-Zedek said, 70 kings, having their thumbs and their great toes cut off, gathered their meat under my table. As I have done, so God hath requited me. And they brought him to Jerusalem, and there he died. Two things. Requite means to repay. So the Lord repaid Adonai-Bezek with the same punishment that he was giving out. And a score is 20. So it says 70 men. So that's 70 kings, 70 kings, correction. So that's 70 kings he cut off their thumbs and their toes. It's very difficult to walk. It's very difficult to fight without that thumb. The thumb is so very important. Verse 8. Now the children of Judah had fought against Jerusalem and had taken it and smitten it with the edge of the sword and set the city on fire. Verse 9. And after the children of Judah went down to fight against the Canaanites that dwelt in the mountain and in the south and in the valley, and Judah went against the Canaanites that dwelt in Hebron. Now the name of Hebron before was Kjv Arba. And they slew Sheshai and Ahiman and Talmai. All of these were offsprings of giants. And from thence he went against the inhabitants of Debir. And the name of Debir before it was Kjv Sepher. Verse 12. And Caleb said, He that smiteth Kjv Sepher and taketh it, to him will I give Achish my daughter to wife. And Othniel, verse 13, the son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother, took it, and he gave him Achsah, his daughter, to wife. Verse 14. And it came to pass when she came to him, this is Caleb she came to. When she came to Caleb, her father, no, I'm saying it wrong. When she came to Othniel, her husband, that she moved him to ask her father, Caleb, a field. And she lighted from off her ass, and Caleb said unto her, What wilt thou? And she said unto him, Give me a blessing, for thou hast given me a southland. Give me also springs of water. And Caleb gave her the upper springs and the nether springs. She must have been a good daughter he was very proud of. Verse 16. And the children of the Kenite, Moses' father-in-law, went up out of the city of palm trees. Now, Moses' father-in-law was not a Kenite. He lived in their land. And as we live in America with all of our different nationalities, we are called Americans. So same difference in this stuff. So they lived in that land. That's why they got the name of Kenites. The Kenites are the descendants of Cain and Abel. And Cain is the descendant of Satan himself. Verse 16. And the children of the Kenite, Moses' father-in-law, went up out of the city of palm trees with the children of Judah into the wilderness of Judah, which lieth to the south of Arad, and they went and dwelt among the people. So Zipporah, this is maybe her brother-in-laws, so to speak, because she had sisters, and they traveled with them. They served the Lord also. Verse 17, and Judah went with Simeon his brother and slew the Canaanites. Now the Canaanites here, these are the descendants of Ham and his mother, or his sister, but it says the wife. The nakedness of the father. The nakedness of a father can be his wife or his daughter. Not that the father is in relation with the daughter, but that's his daughter. That's his who he has in responsibility to marry off or to protect. So a brother was not to sleep with his mother or for him to sleep with his sister. They were called his nakedness. That's what a brother is not supposed to do. Okay? Verse 17. And Judah went with Simeon his brother and slew the Canaanites that inhabited Zephath and utterly destroyed it. And the name of the city was called Hormah. Verse 18. And Judah took Gaza with the coast thereof. Interesting, these names are in the news today. And Judah took Gaza with the coast thereof, and Ashkelon and the coast thereof, and Ekron with the coast thereof. All of those lands belong to the children of Israel. Verse 19. And Yahweh was with Judah. So when he was with Judah, when he took Gaza, when he took Ashkelon and Ekron, Yahweh was with Judah. And he drave out the inhabitants of the mountains, but could not drive out the inhabitants of the valley, because they had chariots of iron. Verse 20. And they gave Hebron to Caleb, as Moses said, and he expelled thence the 3 sons of Anak. These are giants. Verse 21. And the children of Benjamin did not drive out the Jebusites, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, but the Jebusites dwell with the children of Benjamin in Jerusalem unto this day. And they caused problems. The Jebusites may have been part of the encouragement for everybody to take the COVID vaccine, because Jerusalem Israel, I think they said they had a 98% vaccine rate. So these Jebusites are still there, causing problems. Verse 22. In the house of Joseph, they also went up against Bethel. Bethel means house of God. And Jehovah was with them. And the house of Joseph, verse 23, sent to decry Bethel. Now the name of the city before was called Luz. Now the word decry, I am unsure of what that means, but I'm thinking that's to announce that it belonged to them. I will have to look up decry. Verse 24. And the spies saw a man come forth out of the city, and they said unto him, Show us, we pray thee, the entrance into the city, and we will show thee mercy. And when he showed them the entrance into the city, they smote the city with the edge of the sword, but they let go the man and his family. That's making me think about Rahab. The same thing happened with Rahab. This man had to have trusted in Jehovah also to do this, and he trusted that his life would be maintained because he trusted in Jehovah. And yes, all of us, if you seek Yahweh in all of these plagues and troubles and things, he's going to protect us. It's already written, he will protect us through all of those things. Verse 26. And the man went into the land of the Hittites and built a city and called the name thereof Luz, which is the name thereof unto this day. So he left Luz. He escaped with his life, helping Jehovah's children that he knew was taking the land, and he went to another land and gave it that name. Kind of like the Bengals. They were the Browns. They went to Cincinnati. They kept the colors and everything. They changed their name a little bit, but everyone still knows that they're the Browns. Okay. 29. Neither did Manasseh drive out all the inhabitants of Bethshean and her towns, nor Tanakh and her towns, nor the inhabitants of Dor and her towns, nor the inhabitants of Ibleam and her towns, nor the inhabitants of Megiddo and her towns, but the Canaanite would dwell in that land.